Civil rights movement. Ranging from the 1950s through the 1960s, the civil rights movement was one of the United States' largest social movements of the 20th century. The civil rights movement was a plea to ensure African Americans equal access and opportunities under the U.S. citizenship. This movement also pleaded justice for women's rights and students. The Civil War was fought by the Union and Confederate armies. The Confederate Army was located in the South. Even though the Confederate Army lost the Civil War, the people of the South still demonstrated segregation, discrimination, and separation amongst African Americans. State and local governments passed segregation laws, also known as Jim Crow laws. Education, social segregation, and voting rights were three main focal points of the civil rights activists. One event that took a step towards putting an end to the nation's racial segregation was the U.S. Supreme Court decision Brown v. Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas. This court decision outlawed racial segregation in public schools across the nation. This struck for controversy in white supremacist groups such as the Ku Klux Klan, which led to riots and violence. National Civil Rights Organization, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or NAACP, had important roles in the civil rights movement as well. The Arkansas president of NAACP made an attempt to admit black students to the city central high school. As a result, white protests and violence broke out. This was just one example. The President of the United States at the time, Eisenhower, ordered federal troops to protect black students at the school. As late as the mid-1960s, only about 50 years ago, eligible black voters in the South were still not able to vote. Many people noticed this was wrong, and many efforts were made in order to allow black individuals to be able to vote. These nationwide efforts captured the attention of lawmakers. Eventually, marches and demonstrations caused lawmakers to create the Voting Rights Act in 1965.